We're going to now turn them into podcasts, so there'll be a Bavard Bar podcast. So, because I do it here, as you know, once a month, and in St Leonard's once a month. So that's 6 talks, masses of wonderful content that I can possibly podcast. Although I know nothing about it, so Andrew's come here to mic all the speakers and take all the content. So there we are. Anyway, hello, how are you all? All good? Hot? Yes, fan. The windows are open. I've turned the fan off because of the noise, but we can put it back on. If you start to die, then sorry about that. Yeah, shout and scream. But no, thank you for coming. Lovely to see you all. I wasn't expecting so many on this wonderful night. That's great. It's fabulous. You look wonderful. I love you all, obviously. Oh yeah, any virgins in? I tend to, I sometimes ask this, sometimes I don't. Oh, look at that, there's a few.
Jamie's a virgin.
Oh, wonderful. So there's a handful of virgins in, which is lovely to see. You'll find out what it's about. 3 speakers, 15 minutes. They're going to talk about their passions. I don't pick on anybody, at least I haven't done today. This is the first time for everything, I guess. We will have breaks after each of the speakers, and we can rush outside, get some air and some drinks and cool down. And Bavard, I should tell you, it's called the Bavard Bar because Bavard is French. It means Bavarder means to chat. So it's the chatty bar, and people share their passions. So that is that. I will reveal the speakers and their passions in a minute. Very excited about tonight. We've got some wonderful speakers, wonderful passions. Before I do that, I will, of course, tell you quickly. We have 3 wild cards at the Bavard Bar in Eastbourne. We have the KP Nuts, KP Light challenge, which is essentially, not him, but there's 6 mystery slides, mystery pictures that appear on the screen for 15 seconds each. They'll move on automatically, a minute and a half. If you want to, in one of the intervals, at the end of one of the intervals, you can come and speak to these 6 slides and make up some nonsense. We've got some KP Lighters in. I saw Peckles, I can't see anything I liked, and I know Ruffs. So Lisa, who else has done a KP Light? Anyone else? Sorry? Oh, Boots, yes, Boots as well, wonderful, yeah, come in. So there are 3 people in this very room who've done this. And it's a fun, silly challenge, and it's wonderful. If you want to do it, no pressure. But the doors will be locked until someone gets up. Then we have this thing, the Uju Kapivi, which means thingamy-bob. It's a Hastings Old Town expression, and that's a book about it. But that's basically just a name I've nicked to label this game, which is Would I Lie to You sort of meets Call My Bluff. Ruffs, I think you did the last one of these, actually. Something to do with a testicle, I think.
On the errant testicle.
The errant testicle, yes. So the premise of this little game is that you give me an unusual fact. Yes, we'll just leave that hanging. I'd like to say I planned that sentence, but of course I didn't, much like everything. But, yes, so we have, so you come and give me a weird and wonderful fact about yourself. And I have made up some weird and wonderful facts. I will call you up. You'll take one of the facts in front of us all. We'll ask you questions and try and establish if you're lying or telling the truth. That's the basic premise. It works better if someone does it rather than me telling you about it. It's a bit of fun. Lasts about 3 or 4 minutes. No one's done one for a couple of months here, I think. So, but I was saying it earlier to some people. Jenny, I was saying to you, wasn't I think, and Nicole, that the Eastbourne has a greater track record for doing this these silly nonsense wildcards than trendy Hastings and St Leonard's, so get you Eastbourne. This is where it happens. And then we have my favourite game, Victoria Drive, based on Mornington Crescent. No one's ever played it, and no one knows the rules. I don't know the rules. I have no idea how it works. You want to have a go at that? You can. What can go wrong? What can go wrong with that? Right. Before I do that, yes. I will introduce the speakers in just a minute, and I'll tell you their passions. But before I do that, I do just want to introduce my T-shirt, of course, which you've spotted. And those of you that are huge Love Island fans like me will know that this comes from that wonderful show, Love Island, that you all watch. Yes? Good. I don't blame you. Anyway, it's finished now. It has finished. You'll be delighted to hear. Do you want to know, do you care who won? You don't give a shit. Well, it was Danny Dyer's daughter who imagined to be...
Who's Danny Dyer?
Well, Danny Dyer's daughter imagined to be named Danny Dyer. So there we are. She won it along with a chap called Jack. So there we are. But my daughter bought me this T-shirt, and so I said I would wear it because I'm a fan of the programme. But what I was, I said this, I explained this in St Leonard's, and I'm going to try it with you lot just to see. If the reception's any different, really, because I explained in St Leonard's that I was sucked into watching telly and stuff because of the World Cup and also because of Love Island. And it's not that I don't watch television anymore, it's just I imposed a news blackout on myself about 5 years ago and decided I would watch no news, listen to no news and read no news. And people at the time, when I said I was going to do that, they said, well, you're not going to know anything. And I said, well, I know fuck all anyway, so that doesn't really matter. Anyway, I went on this merry mission of taking on board no news, and essentially my happiness. If you graph my happiness, it's an exponential increase, year on year, month on month, week on week of taking on no news. My happiness is now off the scale. You know, people rage about all this stuff on social media that's going on in the world, and I just skip merrily along, smiling to myself. So, if you want, what I'm saying is, if you want to increase your happiness in this world, you could spend fortunes and go and live in an ashram. You could eat yak dung or whatever people do and do some weird shit. Just turn your telly off and don't buy any papers. And you save money, of course, as well, because you don't buy any papers. That's good. And the other thing is, you don't actually know nothing. You won't lose your knowledge, because obviously I can't have seen the news tonight, but I can tell you what's on the news tonight. There'll be a piece about Brexit being crap, and there'll be a bit about Trump being a cretin. So essentially, that's it, isn't it? And I think you would probably back me up on that if you watch the news later. That would be it.